Hi guys, it's Karen Liang. Today we're going to talk about the need for suffering to be both invisible yet visible. And by suffering, I broadly mean just like any kind of pain you're going through, whatever extent, and then invisible and visible suffering. So invisible suffering is something I would label as like, to the naked human eye, no one can see how you are different, right? So this can be like people who are suffering from mental illnesses where like a lot of the times like the suffering is like internally and there are no, I guess, physical blemishes as such. And then when we're talking about visible suffering, these are people that obviously look very different to us. They might have facial deformities, they might be missing arms and legs like that. Yeah. And so I guess I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about people living with many different conditions, and I think, I don't know, it was just really insightful, and so I'll just share a couple of stories. And so, you know, people with invisible suffering, I think what they really want is that, you know, people to treat them with a lot of compassion, a lot of empathy, and not to judge, you know, them at first sight. And so I remember I was watching this little clip of this woman. She had this really rare skin condition where she always felt that she was burning alive. She had to be at exactly 17 degrees, right? Any higher, you know, she'd be burning. Any lower, you know, she would also be excruciating pain. And she'll talk about, you know, when she goes out, you know, she's holding an umbrella and then she's in a wheelchair because her feet are so swollen. People are giving her dirty looks, right? And then she feels like, man, this is not justified, you know, if only you knew what I was going through. And I think how true, right? If everyone, I guess, could see her suffering, could see like and feel, you know, the way she was like burning, then we would be a lot more compassionate to her, right? Maybe like when we're queuing up for things like, hey, would you like to go first? Or like, hey, would you like me to carry that for you? But I feel like, yeah, we just don't have much empathy and compassion for what we can't see. And I think this really is a lesson to us that, you know, people are always going through something, and just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And also like giving people the benefit of the doubt, because you're never really going to know. Like someone who is suffering is not going to proclaim it to the whole world. They're not going to like put a like, I guess, a piece of paper on their back and be like, oh hey, I have this illness, da 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 da. Yeah. And so just giving people the benefit of the doubt, I think, would really make the world a better place. And then I guess when we're talking about visible suffering, I think what these people really want is to be treated the same. So I guess for their suffering to be invisible. And so yeah, I think these are some people like, you know, they're born with like different facial conditions, and a lot of the time when they go out, people are like, ew, like, oh, or like maybe they give like pitiful looks, or maybe they sort of try to shy away from them. And I guess what really they would like is for you to come up and say hi, right? Like, hey, how are you doing? And treat them just like you would for anyone else. And yeah, I guess they want to be treated differently, for sure, in the sense that, like, you know, maybe if they need help, you can help them out, like, hey, can you carry this for me, like, and stuff like that. But they don't want to be treated so different to the extent that they're viewed as the other, right? And we don't want to be friends with them, right? And that's not what people want, right? And so what I'm really trying to say is that, like, people, they want you to be very understanding of them, you know, be understanding of their differences, right? Yet at the same time, like, they don't want to be so different that you don't see them as human as well, right? Yeah, so I guess the next time, you know, you're out on the streets and you see somebody, don't be so quick to judge, right? Treat people with compassion, empathy, but at the same time, you know, make them also feel, quotes, normal, right? And yeah, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day wherever you are, and stay safe and happy. Bye.